Making the news. Governor Nta adjudges local government elections as peaceful, expresses optimism for a progressive democracy. Cross River State Independent Electoral Commission successfully holds the local government election in 18 local government areas of the state. False attempt by hoodlums at Abi and Adim in Biasa local government area. Plus, Burial Central Planning Committee of late Senate President Joseph Wayas set for deceased state burial 30th November 2024. Details of these and more shortly. Good evening. Welcome to NTA News. I am Erika Ivi. Now the news in details. Governor Basel too has adjudged the local government elections as peaceful, expressing optimism on the ability of those who will emerge victorious to deliver on the people's first mandate, thereby deepening democracy at the grassroots. Justin Item reported that the Cross River State Governor said this while casting his ballot at Adiabo Krikang Polling Unit 003 Odukbani Local Government Area.
In Cross River State, the landmarks are already very clear. And I think the final jigsaw that we needed to fix together is the government as the lowest level, and that is the local government, where the people are going to be directly reached, and where the delivery of the dividends of democracy is found to be more better. So we are sure that APC will carry the day because we are ready to do more. Actually, in terms of the security fill-outs, which have been quite good, and looking at the polling unit here, you can see that the turnout is quite massive. And I believe that people know that this is important, and that is why the government has opened everything and made sure that there's a free and fair election.
Wife of the state governor, Eyanwanutu, in company of her husband, also exercised her franchise, lauding the peaceful conduct of the polls, especially in Odukbani local government area.
Very peaceful, free and fair, and that the people are out here to vote for their choice. That of course they are coming to serve and not to be served, and so the people should be their priority because it's the government of the people, and the people must come first in all that they have to do.
The governor is hopeful that all candidates of the All Progressive Congress will emerge victorious at the local government elections. The distribution of electoral materials for Calabar Municipal and Calabar South local government areas were conducted peacefully with heavy presence of security at the centers. Maureen Leo Ajam standing by with the report.
Material to be distributed to different wards and different units so that the election can take place as well as you can see. So we are very much happy because as you are seeing things today in Opportunity House, that shows that it's all hands on deck. The governor of Cross River State is trying to make people's voice to be counted. I'm a member in Labour Party Ward 1 as a youth leader of Labour Party Ward 1. My name is Inokumbo from Women. So I am happy if the people's voice will also be counted after the election. Let it be free and fair election for each and every one of us, because we have a very different things in our minds. You understand, as we are, so because some people, like you can see, so many people feel reluctant coming out to do the election because we're supposed to be more than this.
Still on election, local government elections in Calabar Municipal and Calabar South have been adjudged peacefully, credible and fair. Electorate and observers of the election said this while expressing the views on the conduct of the election. Maureen Leo Ajam has details.
As early as 6 o'clock in the morning, the Cross-Yek office in Calabar municipality was a beehive as electoral materials were being distributed to various wards and polling units in the local government area. Some of the polling agents comment.
I just came from Calabar municipal area office of Cross-Yek. They were sorting out those materials to deliver to different wards.
It's impressive. You can see the environment is calm. No trouble, no any form of, running around. We are waiting for our turn to get our materials to our ward.
Going on very well. The way they are doing it, they are well coordinated. Everything is going on very well. No fight, no quarrels. The names, everything is perfect.
It was not different in Calabar South local government area. However, observers observed late arrival of materials to polling units which they attributed to logistic challenge.
For us in Cross River State, we are a very peaceful place. So from morning till now, the whole atmosphere has been very peaceful, very cheerful. And we know that the elections will go on well. Even though in my polling unit here, we haven't started voting yet, but the officials are here already. But we are very positive that we will elect the people that will get there, the right people, and they will make positive changes.
And I know that the couple of chairmen that are coming in are going to do well. Going to the fact that the governor is a very prudent leader and is a man who is ready to make sure that the dividends of democracy get to the nooks and crannies of Cross River State.
It was also observed that many polling units recorded voter apathy, but these observers noted it is a common feature of local government election.
There will be a very low turnout because of what people are thinking, PDP did it, now it's going to be APC doing it because this is selection, it's not election.
Well, the conduct of this election is very impressive. I noticed in few polling booths there's a good turnover. Well, I must say that few. We have a little aspect of apathy in it, but I know that the people are happy with whatever that is happening. It is free, fair election that I'm observing all over the entire Calabar municipality.
We deployed about 400 observers across the 18 local government areas of Cross River State. And first of all, we observed that the election is generally peaceful across the 18 local government areas. And then the bitterness and rancor that is always characterizing local government elections in Nigeria is devoid in Cross River State. And I think the people has embraced the process of a peaceful transition of government.
The chairmanship candidate of the All Progressives Congress in Calabar Municipal cast ballot and commented on the exercise.
The desire of our people for good governance, and they will be able to make the choice that will be better for the people of Calabar Municipality.
Efforts to access the candidates of other political parties were not successful. In Calabar, Maureen Leo Ajom, NTA News.
More on the election. Residents of Akpabuyo and Bakassi local government areas have exercised their franchise as they cast their ballot for who should lead them at the local council level of governance. Oba Hisense, who monitored the election in the two local government areas, completes the reports.
The elections in Akpabuyo and Bakassi is ongoing peacefully. Although the election commenced early in some polling units in Atimbo East-West Ward in Akpabuyo.
But the same cannot be said in Bakassi in some of the polling units we visited. We had to meet with the electoral officer in Bakassi, Ejim Orok, who gave us reasons as to why materials have actually commenced lately to the various wards and polling units.
We were short of some materials, so we had to pick them up this morning so we could continue bagging them and distributing them.
From the nature the election is being conducted, some voters are optimistic the process will yield credible outcome.
I'm very optimistic that my party will win because we made a credible choice.
There's no problem since we started. We have conducted ourselves very normal. We behave normal. There's no fight, no quarrel.
And everybody are in order, and all the parties are here with their agents, and voting is going on very smoothly. No problem for now.
Even though there is low turnout, we are hopeful that the Cross Riverians who have been agitating for a top tier of governance will come out and vote. By these elections, governance will come fully to the local government after results are announced. We will keep you updated on the results of this election. In Calabar, Oba Hyacinth, NTA News.
The distribution of electoral materials in Ugoja commences as early as 7 a.m. The CROSEC electoral officer in charge of Ugoja, Regina Agbe, confirmed that all sensitive and non-sensitive materials were complete and noted a hitch-free distribution of electoral materials.
Without no, you don't know that number. They come, they did not ask for agents. Did they carry the material out of this place? What are we talking about? Somebody, you want to know now.
You're watching news reaching you from the studio of NTA. More news after this timeout. Don't go away.
Nta Calabar presents Obiutube in collaboration with Apalak. Obiutube showing on Nta Calabar every Thursday at 7:30 p.m. For sponsorship, please call Serial 0813 676 7207 or Jen 0806 353 3069.
This is Two Smile Hotel and Suite, giving you the best of hospitalities under a well-secured environment with reliable power supply. Come, savor the aura of royal treatment. Let's pamper you for a while with exotic drinks from our exquisite bar, continental and African dishes in our homely restaurant. Classy and spacious rooms ensuing lasting comfort. We've got the luxury hosting you and your guests in Queensley Conferencing. Truly an indelible impression. To Smile, exclusive access to unique experience.
Are you looking for a secured environment with good parking space and a natural ambience? Then look no further. Nta Calabar Entertainment Ground has got you covered for marriages, parties, and all kinds of events. Have your event at Nta Calabar Entertainment Ground, you stand a chance to get a discounted rate for your event coverage. For bookings, please call Jane 0806 353 3069. Celebrate your events at Nta Calabar Entertainment Ground. Nta Calabar, the station for the people.
Welcome back to the rest of the news. The Cross River State Independent Electoral Commission hereby notified the general public about the attempt by hoodlums to disrupt the smooth and hitch-free conduct of the 2024 Local Government Council elections in Abi and Adim in Biasa local government area by attacking the officers of CROSEC in the early hours of Saturday, 2nd November 2024, this attempt was, however, foiled by the swift response of the law enforcement agencies in the area. While some of the culprits have been apprehended by the law enforcement agencies and the situation brought under control, CrossSec is informing the general public that both sensitive and non-sensitive materials meant for the conduct of the election were not affected and had accordingly been distributed to the various polling units for the conduct of the exercise. Away from the election, today is the International Day to End Impunity for Crime Against Journalists. The 2nd of November is set aside by the global body, the United Nations, to raise awareness and attention to levels of crimes against journalists and the practice of journalism. Between 2006 and 2024, over 1,700 journalists have been killed worldwide. 90% of these killings have remained unsolved, perhaps an indication that authorities have not treated these atrocities with the seriousness they deserve. On a day such as this, the Nigerian Union of Journalists stands in solidarity with our brothers and sisters of the pen in the global space as we all collectively strive to advance the cause of humanity. And on a very sad note, 3 years after his death in the United Kingdom, the family of late Senate President Joseph Wayas has come to terms with the Cross River State government to finally give the deceased a state burial on 30th November 2024. This was reviewed by the Burial Central Planning Committee at the Ernest Etim Bassey Press Center in Calabar. Paul Abel reports.
The delay of laying to rest one of the finest Senate President Nigeria has produced is attributed to family differences, which has now been resolved. With the assistance of the Cross River State Governor, Senator Bassey and other stakeholders, the remains of the late multilingual Senate President were flown into the country some months ago as the committee members at the press briefing extolled the legacies of the late Senate President.
Dr. Wayas was a beacon of leadership. He served as Senate President from 1979 to 1983 during the Second Republic, distinguished himself through his dedication to democratic ideals and unity in governance, known for his extraordinary statesmanship, compassion, and wisdom. Dr. Wayas was committed to fostering national cohesion and played a critical role in shaping Nigeria's political landscape. His life was marked by service, courage, and an enduring legacy that continues to inspire. You know, in a session at the National Assembly back in the day, Dr. Wayas could speak 10 Nigerian languages to 10 different senators while addressing them.
The funeral service to hold at the UJ Stadium, Calabar, on 30th November 2024 is expected to attract several leaders across the country, after which his remains will be taken to his hometown Basang in Obanleku local government area of Cross River State for final funeral rites and interment.
After a long session of deliberations with members of the immediate family, have resolved that the funeral has been slated for 30th November 2024. There will be service of songs in Calabar on the 29th of November. On the 30th, his body will arrive from Abuja to Calabar and move again to Obaliku. We're expecting about 3 former head of states.
Going to hold at the stadium, the state stadium. So that will be on the 30th here in Calabar. And when that is finished, when that is done with, they will now take the body, fly the body from Calabar to its hometown for burial.
The committee also appreciated the efforts of the Senate President Godswill Akpabio and others for their contribution towards the successful funeral of the late Senate President. In Calabar, Paul Abel, NTA News.
With that report, we have come to the end of the news. Stay safe.